of the most important thing that we have noticed is that that we need a lot of knowledge about textual materials in this course. That is why we have added this particular course MABC 7, Studies of Buddhist Āyurvdeic Sources. When we combined this counseling aspect with Ayurveda, we had this idea that Buddhist counseling is not just about the ability of the person to manage day-to-day works, the office works, day-to-day household works, so on and so forth, but it is something more than that. It's about a complete well-being. It's about complete happiness. So it's something more than what we expect in a traditional counseling setting. So when we actually combine these two elements, especially we have taken into account the materials from the canon and also the text, the medical text. We have taken important 2 chapters from canon, Vattakandaka, which is about the duties of the monks, and Bhesajakandaka, which is about the medicine and the well-being of the monks. These texts talk about the monastic life, the well-being and happiness of the monastic community. Actually, this is the ideal society, and the ordinary people are expected to be somewhere in these stages of the progress of life until the culmination, that is the perfect liberation. In this text, actually, basically the Bhesajakandaka is about the medicines that were prescribed and advocated by the Buddha, and the medical practices and good practices of life. And in the Vattakandaka, actually we are talking about the duties of monks, which reflect the total community of the Sangha. This text, Bhesajamanjusa, is very important because it is the only medical text in the Theravada Pali tradition which was composed in the monastic tradition. So it is a reflection about medicine and the health, which was considered and highly considered by the monastic community, the Bhikkhu community, which is very important to study.
So let me introduce the course unit MABC 2, Buddhist Personality Analysis of the course Master of Arts in Buddhist Āyurvedic Counseling for the academic year 2021 and 2022. So this course unit is very important, Buddhist Personality Analysis, because it is based on Buddhist psychological theory of personality analysis. The initiation, the beginning of Buddhist counseling, application of therapeutic methods and its process entirely depend on a comprehensive understanding of personality in right analysis according to Buddhist teachings. At the conclusion of the course, you will be able to analyze how weak personality features cause the arising of psychological issues, problems, and how personality development could be made with the application of Buddhist teachings. So let me brief you the content of this unit, MABC 2, Buddhist Personality Analysis. So this includes analysis of universe and sentient being, Satta, the concept of Vijñānattiti, analysis of character types as exposed in the early Buddhist teachings, and the commentary, the superb commentary Visuddhimagga, and also 141 fold personality exposed, elaborated in the Puggala Paññacci, the classification of individuals in Abhidhamma Pitaka. And we also talk about the causes that condition personality in accordance with karma, mind, environment, food, society, and so on, and also the methods of understanding personality. So weak personality is of noxious trio, greed, hatred, and delusion, lobha, dosa, moha, and the intense noxious trio, that is covetousness, aversion and wrong view, abhijja, vyapada and miccha ditti. According to Vatthupama Sutta, the weaknesses of mind can be enumerated into 16-fold defilements, and its commentary exposes 18 defilements. According to Salleka Sutta, 44 defilements can be elaborated. And in the Abhidhamma Pitaka, the general acceptance is 1500, but there are 1510 defilements. So these are known as the weaknesses of personality. So personality development, the second factor includes mental, moral, intellectual, spiritual and cognitive development. According to Buddhist teachings, personality can be developed on the basis of three principles, that is behavioral development, verbal and bodily restraint, and development of mind, that is mental development, suppression of unwholesome mental qualities and development of wholesome mental qualities, and the third is the development of cognitive qualities. Finally, the individual's personality is of two analyses, that is the inner character and the outer character, or inner personality and the outer personality. The inner personality is the mental disposition of various types, aspects. According to Buddhist teachings, inner character is analyzed on the basis of negative and positive qualities, such as weaknesses and strength, or frailties and potentials of mind. Behavioral personality is analyzed also by negative and positive actions, verbal and physical actions, and behavioral character is also supported by inner personality. And this unit, MABC 2 Buddhist personality analysis, is conducted through 30-hour session, lecture series, and so this section is very important because this is actually very important because this unit is based on Buddhist psychological theory of personality analysis, and at the end of this course you will be able to analyze, understand and apply the Buddhist psychological theory of personality analysis. Thank you very much.
In this master program, I will be teaching you three subjects. The first one is PDBC 2, Buddhist counseling methods of psycho and somatic issues. Second one is MABC 3, Buddhist psychotherapy. Third one is MABC 8, Buddhist meditation, therapeutic application. So when it comes to the first one, PDBC 2, Buddhist counseling methods of psycho and somatic issues. In this topic, all the students are expected to understand what the Buddhist counseling is. As far as the process of counseling is concerned, it all the time aims at less disturbed psychological issues. So in this paper, students are expected to understand how Buddhist psychological process has addressed to less disturbed psychological issues. In the Buddhist counseling process, it is of threefold. The first one is advice therapy. The second one is assisted. The third one is psychoeducation. Then in this program, all the students are expected to understand and master these three aspects. So you will be teaching further in this program. So when it comes to the second one, MABC 3, Buddhist psychotherapy. So as far as the process of psychotherapy is concerned, it all the time addresses to more disturbed clients, those who are not conscious about their psychological and somatic issues. So the most important thing of this program, all the students are expected to understand how Buddhist psychological process has addressed to this so serious psychosomatic issues. So when it comes to Buddhist Pali literature, we see that Buddha as a great surgeon has addressed kind of serious psychological and somatic issues. So, student will be further expected in this process and the program how Buddhist psychological can be applied in the sense of more serious psychosomatic issues. When it comes to the third one, MABC 8, Buddhist meditation, actually in the sense of Buddhist meditation, in this program we are going to provide vast comprehensive knowledge of mindfulness in early Buddhism. So, in the early Buddhist analysis of mindfulness, it has three aspects. The first one is really sila. The process of sila helps to have a behavioral transformation of the client. So, without having a behavioral transformation, it is very difficult to transform the client mind. So, when it comes to the second aspect of Buddhist mindfulness, that is actually samadhi. So, in the Buddhist counseling process, we help to the client to have a kind of mental development through the Buddhist process of samadhi. When it comes to the third aspect of Buddhist mindfulness, that is panya. So, it really helps to have a cognitive behavior of the client. So, as far as the Buddhist mindfulness process is concerned, it is very difficult to have a sudden cognitive transformation without having behavioral and mental transformation. These are the things we are going to discuss in these three papers. Thank you very much.
My dear students, the course unit MABC 9 Research Methodology and Extended Essay is added to this MA degree program with the aim of enhancement of your research skills. We train you to write the extended essay that you have to submit to the institute at the end of this degree program. Therefore, we teach you the basics of research methodology, and also we hope to introduce you the Buddhist literary sources that are related to Buddhist Āyurvdeic counseling psychology. Thank you.
According to Buddhism, mind plays an important role in our lives. That is why it is stated in the Pali canonical literature, the world is led by the mind. Deeds performed with a wholesome mind leads to happiness, whereas the deeds that are undertaken with an unwholesome mind lead to suffering. Either happiness or unhappiness we experience in our lives thus depends on the mind, on the nature of the mind. What we aim at in our lives is not the unhappiness in the sense of mental diseases, but the happiness in the sense of mental health. To gain happiness, the mind needs to be cultivated. To cultivate the mind, as the most venerable Jnanaponika Thera and Professor Y. Karunadasa observe, we need to know the mind. How do we know the mind? To know the mind needs to be analyzed. Buddhist sources preserved in Pali literature can guide us on this direction, as they contain valuable sources related to the analysis of mind. MABC 1 Psychoanalysis of Buddhism is designed to examine the analysis of mind in Buddhism, aiming to develop it to free from mental diseases and thereby to attain mental health.
Have a wonderful day. Dear researchers of the program, you all are welcome for the program. And my subject is MABC 6. The title is Studies of Relevant Sources for the Buddhist Counseling. And the purpose of this course is to make familiar the student about the Buddhist sources that are related to Buddhist counseling. And the limit of the paper MABC will be like we have selected 8 suttas, and they will be studied based on the Sutta Pali. Their translations either English or Sinhala, and commentaries and sub-commentaries whenever they are needed, as well as some of the translations of Chinese translations from Venerable Analayo also will be considered whenever we need it. And that is a limitation of the sutta studies when we take the number of students. In addition to these 8 suttas, and there will be some other studies and discussions, and that is the major area of the subject. When we come to the role of the student, what I expect is we teach you based on the suttas, but making and understanding them and relating them to counseling and the aspects related to counseling is given to the student, and therefore I will be giving a kind of leading role and helping you how to understand what are the technical issues that we have to focus on. On the other hand, I expect from all of you and your knowledge on the counseling and the concepts of counseling and how to relate them correctly and properly is your academic duty. Thank you very much.